Bonjour, bonjour, où que vous soyez. Ce chien a été changé. Maintenant, je fais plus de langues que juste l'allemand, comme le français, comme vous pouvez le voir. Donc, sans plus attendre, commençons cette première leçon de français. So, what I just said, en anglais, in English. Hello, hello, wherever you are, this channel has been changed. So now I do more languages than just German, like French, as you can see here. So without further ado, let's start this first French lesson. Alors, la première chose que nous allons apprendre sont les salutations de base. Elles sont sur l'écran maintenant. Donc, on va les passer en revue. La première que vous voyez ici est bonne nuit, ce qui signifie good night. La deuxième est celle que vous connaissez probablement déjà, surtout si vous avez déjà une compréhension de base de la langue française. Bonjour, qui signifie hello ou good day. La troisième est une autre expression que vous avez peut-être déjà entendue. Salut, cela signifie hi. Enfin, nous avons bonsoir, qui signifie good evening. So, en anglais, in English. So the first thing we're going to learn are basic greetings. They're on the screen now, so let's go through them. So the first one which you see here is bonne nuit. Get that pronunciation right. Bonne, bon, nuit, nuit. The T is not pronounced, so it's not nuit, and it's not nuit, it's nuit, nuit. It's like you're saying the letter N, the letter N in lowercase, and then oui, the French word for yes, or the English word for something else. Ne, oui, nuit. Bonne nuit, good night. So the second one is one you probably already know, especially if you already have a basic understanding of the French language. That's bonjour, which means hello or good day. It's not bonjour, certainly not bonjour. It's not bonjour, though you should probably already know at least as far as bonjour, but it's not bonjour, it's bonjour, jour. Bon is pretty obvious, except it's not bon, it's bon. Bonjour. Je, not bonjour. Bonjour is wrong, it's bonjour. The third one is another you may have come across, especially once again if you already know a bit about French, and that's salut, which means hi. Alors, hi. Salut, not salute, not salute. Salut, salut. And the final one is bon, bon, soir, soir, bonsoir. So, bonne nuit. Practice that. Bonne nuit. Go on, your turn. Okay, the second one, bonjour. Your turn. Third one, salut. Your turn. And the final one, bonsoir. Your turn. So just to differentiate between salut, hi, and bonjour, hello. Basically, the gist is bonjour, formal, salut, informal. It's basically the gist. If you don't know what that means, formal is something you would probably say to a boss or somebody important, you know. So if you think about it this way, so say if you were going for a job interview, you wouldn't say, hey, how's it? You'd probably say something like, good day, how are you? If you're asking them how they are. Anyway, so yeah, bonjour, formal, salut for mates or, you know, informal. Alors, trouvez les pairs. Alors, associer les pairs ou trouver les pairs, vous pouvez le faire mentalement ou sur papier en supposant que la première image est 1 et la seconde 2, tandis que la première phrase est A, et ainsi de suite. Je vous laisse un peu de temps pour trouver les pairs. mes premiers. I'll speak in English. Je vais parler en anglais. So then, this is a simple game of match the pairs. You can do it mentally or on paper, assuming the first picture is 1 and the second is 2, etc., while the first phrase, bonne nuit, is A, and so on and so forth. I'll give you some time to find the pairs. Alors, vous l'avez fait? Voyons voir. So, have you done it? Let's see. Donc, la première image est celle d'un coucher de soleil à Paris. Donc, le mot approprié ici est bonsoir. La deuxième image est celle d'un soleil, ce qui indique qu'il fait jour. Donc, bonjour convient mieux ici. Et pour l'image d'un enfant que l'on borde dans son lit, bonne nuit est le plus approprié. So the first image is of a sunset, it's not a sunrise, in Paris. So the appropriate one here is good evening. Good evening. The second image is of a sun, which indicates that it's daytime, so bonjour works best here. And for the image of a child being tucked into bed, bonne nuit works best. So, by the way, in case you were wondering, for good morning, it's not on here, you can't, the German, get mixed up, the French word for morning is matin, matin, but you can't say bon matin. French people would not say that. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's a pretty well-known thing online about French people or French-speaking people laughing at people that say bon matin. So you'd say bonjour. And really, you can say bonjour anytime. Salut isn't even safe bet. So yeah, you don't really need a good morning. But yeah, the one on the left is not a sunrise, it's a sunset. Anyway, so it's bonsoir. Ensuite, nous allons apprendre une question assez importante. Nous allons apprendre comment y répondre et comment la poser en premier lieu. La question signifie How are you? Et c'est Comment ça va? Voici quelques bonnes réponses. Next, we'll learn a pretty important question. We're going to learn how to answer it and how to ask it in the first place. The first question means, how are you? And to say it, you say, Comment ça va? Here are some good replies. Okay, so you'll notice I've been speaking French for most of this video. I'm going to speak English from now on so you can understand me, but I know it's probably all, well, it's like I'm speaking a foreign language to you, but it's good to hear spoken French, you know. So, but from now on I will speak mainly English so that you understand what I'm saying, because it might get a bit irritating if you're just listening to blah, 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 and then you have to wait for the English. So here are some good answers. So firstly, ça va parfaitement merci, which means it's going perfectly, thank you. And that might sound weird to answer the question, how are you? But it's kind of a way of saying, yeah, I'm great, I'm perfect. You know, I mean, you wouldn't say I'm perfect in English, but that literally means it's going perfectly, thank you. And comment ça va means how is it going, or how it goes, you know. So yeah, it's not the same, you know, phraseology. So yeah, that's a word, as in English. The second one is ça va bien, merci. I'm good, thanks. Ça ne va pas trop mal. Or you could say bof, ça va. And that's like, you know, you're okay, you're not bad. Pas trop mal is not too bad. The next one, ça ne va pas. I'm not okay, I'm bad. And the next one is je suis déprimé. Je suis déprimé. Oh no, that's a disaster. And that means I'm depressed. So I hope none of you will be saying je suis déprimé at the moment, but yeah. And the final one is je suis fatigué. So I know some people say this in response to how are you? It just means I'm tired. Je suis fatigué. So then, those are the phrases, those are the sentences, the answers. Ça va parfaitement, merci. Ça va bien, merci. Ça ne va pas trop mal. Ça ne va pas. Je suis déprimé. Je suis fatigué. So, a few things to note here. So when you see an E with an accent on it, that way, not the other way, not like inverted and not like an arrow, but that way, so that it's like almost it looks like a comma. So it's actually called an accent aigu, and the French word for comma is aigu, so that's probably where it comes from, an accent aigu. So when you see that, it means that the E kind of rises up. So if it didn't have that, it would be je suis déprimé et je suis fatigué. But when it has it, it's je suis déprimé et je suis fatigué et je suis déprimé, je suis fatigué. And the other things you'll pick up over time, but I just wanted to note that because a lot with ER verbs, which we'll come on to later, do not worry about what that means. The past tense is nearly always or always ends in E with an accent, avec accent aigu. So yeah, that's an important thing to note. So, alors, so we're going to play a game here. We're going to play a game of what's missing. So, what's missing? I'll give you some time to figure out what is missing. So, the one that's missing is the one which means I'm okay. Ça va bien, merci. So I want you to say them in French in case that wasn't clear. So, for example, with this, the one that's gone missing is the one that means I'm good, thank you. So, ça va bien, merci. Alors, which one's going to be missing next? Whoop. So I'll give you some time to figure out which one's missing. Pause the video if you need extra time, obviously. And yeah, say it in French or write it in French. Don't obviously don't write or say it in English. That's pointless. Okay, so the one that's missing here is the one for I'm depressed, which I hope isn't true of anybody, which is je suis déprimé, not je suis déprime or je suis déprimé. That's not good French pronunciation. Je suis déprimé, déprimé. So that was the one that was missing there. Okay, what's going to be missing next? Keep your eyes on there's only 6 of them in the first place. Four of them now, so it's not that hard, but you know, I'm more looking for the French. What's missing? Okay, I'm going to do it now, so pause it if you haven't already. Okay, so the one that's missing is I'm tired, which is, if you remember correctly, je suis fatigué. Je suis fatigué, not je suis fatigue or je suis fatigué. It's not good French pronunciation. Je suis fatigué. What's going to go missing next? Ooh. So the one that went missing there was the one that means I'm bad. So that is ça ne va pas. Ça ne va pas. It's not going, literally. It's not going. Ça ne va pas. Va is basically va means goes. So ça va means it goes or that goes. So if you want to say he goes, il va. But if you want to say I go, it's je vais. But we will come on to that later on in the video, and we'll be revising that a lot and, you know, remembering it in future videos. So, ça ne va pas. Just show you that, to show you I'm not lying. Ça ne va pas. Ça ne va pas. Alors, so far, what's gone missing? Let me remind myself. So we've had, what was that? Ça va bien, merci. Went missing. And then after that, je suis déprimé, which once again I hope isn't true of anybody. I'm depressed, went missing. And then je suis fatigué, went missing. Then ça ne va pas, went missing. I like to say that with a bit of, you know, aggression. Ça ne va pas, ça ne va pas. Alors, what's going to go missing last? What will remain? Will we remain very happy people with starry eyes? or will it be mais? Comme ci, comme ça. Which, comme ci, comme ça is not really common French. I don't really see it many places. Primary school is the main place that taught or said comme ci, comme ça. But, you know, the one we have works better. So it's going to go missing. Ooh. Alors, c'est facile. So the French that you're looking for is bof, ça va. Oui? Alors, oui, ça ne va pas trop mal. You can say, if you wanted to, you could have said bof, ça va, but, you know, the one I wrote was ça ne va pas trop mal. So, you shouldn't say that with aggression, by the way, because ça ne va pas, bad. You know, something you might say with a bit of aggression, but I'm not too bad. You know, it would sound weird if you went, I'm not too bad. You know, aggression doesn't really apply here. So, ça ne va pas trop mal. It's not too bad. Ooh. So, what remains? Ça va parfaitement, merci. Ça va parfaitement, merci. There you go. Ça va parfaitement, merci. Parfait. Perfect. So, ça va parfaitement, merci. Ça va bien, merci. Ça ne va pas trop mal. Ça ne va pas. Je suis déprimé et je suis fatigué. Oh. Alors, comment ça va? So, how are you? Comment ça va? Give a reply in French and, you know, practice those. But without further ado, we will move on. Sans plus attendre, without further ado. Okay, so I'd like to interrupt to give you des verbes importants segment, the some important verbs segment. So, the first verb I would like to interrupt rudely with is être, a very important verb. Practice that pronunciation. Être, 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 être. Alors, I cannot stress how important these three verbs are. Être, to be. So, je suis, I am. So, you can say, we will learn how to introduce ourselves next time, but you can say, je suis, and then your name. So, je suis MFL Hub. Strange to say that in a French accent. No, je suis MFL Hub. Que es-tu? Comment t'appelles-tu? That's the better way to say it. You shouldn't really say tu es, you know. I mean, you could, but, you know, je m'appelle is better practice, I'm called. So, tu es, you are. Il est, elle est, on est. He is, she is, one is. Or we are. On is complicated. So it can mean one. So you could say, one eats in the canteen. On mange à la cantine. But you could also say, we eat in the canteen. On mange à la cantine. It's literally the same thing. Bit of a confusing one, that. And then you've got nous sommes. We are. Vous êtes is you plural are. Ils sont, elles sont, they are. So the only difference is il is if the group which they refers to is either all men or a mixture. Elle is if it's all girls. Has to be all girls. If there's like one man and 50 billion women, there aren't 50 billion women on the earth, but yeah, it would still be il. Alors, je suis, tu es, il est, elle est, on est, nous sommes, vous êtes, ils sont, elles sont. The next verb important is avoir, which is to have. So, j'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, on a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, elles ont. In case that was too fast-paced for you, the first one is j'ai. So, the reason it's not je ai is when you have a word that ends in a vowel and the next word starts in a vowel, you don't say the last vowel of the first word. You put an apostrophe and just continue into the next word seamlessly, if that makes sense. So, j'ai. The next one is tu as, as, but final consonants are usually silent in French. So, tu as, not tu as, tu as. You have. Il a, elle a, on a. He, she, or we, or he, she, one has, or he, she, it has, you know. Il a, elle a, on a. Alors, so one thing to note here is that with L, it's not ELL apostrophe A, it is just LA, 2 words, because it's not a vowel sound, if that makes sense. It's just LA in writing. So the next one is nous avons, we have. And then the next one, vous avez, you plural have. We don't vary this in English, we do in German and we do in French. And then the final one, ils ont, elles ont, they have. So the final verb important is aller, to go. Aller, to go. Alors, je vais, tu vas, il va, elle va, on va, nous allons, vous allez, ils vont, elles vont. So, the first one, je vais, I go. Tu vas, you go. Not vas, va. Il, elle, on va, he, she, it goes. Nous allons, we go. Vous allez, you plural go. Ils vont, whoops, bad pronunciation on my part, sorry. Ils vont, not ils vont, elles vont, not elles vont. Alors, you can practice those any way you want, but we will do that every single lesson because they are important verbs. They are des verbes importants. Ils sont, there you go. Ils sont importants. Alors, back to the actual lesson. Pourquoi es-tu heureux? Why are you happy, basically? So, a lot of language classes in school will say that I am happy parce que je suis content, which basically means I'm happy because I'm happy. I've never got how you can say ça va bien parce que je suis content. I'm good because I'm happy. Just doesn't make sense. You're kind of implying that you're good already. So don't say that. It's dumb, basically. So we haven't got that here. So the first one, Friday feeling weekend vibes, which I am as I'm recording this. I don't know if I upload it on Friday. Maybe. I don't have an upload schedule, obviously. I just upload when I feel like it, which is why you haven't seen a video in months because I don't feel like it often. But yeah. So Friday feeling weekend vibes. Parce que c'est, because it is, and you remember. See, it all links back to this. This is why it's so important. We've already mentioned être twice since we did it. And for like a period of what can't be more than a minute, that's pretty good going on être's part. So, c'est. I-E-S-T. Est. He, she, it is. C'est. Parce que c'est vendredi ou samedi. So if you said parce que c'est vendredi, because it's Friday. If you said parce que c'est samedi, you'll be saying because it is Saturday. So vendredi, samedi. We will learn days days of the week in a future lesson. And then the next one, parce que je pars en vacances, because I'm going on holiday. That is also true of me pretty soon. So it is Friday and I am going on holiday pretty soon. And then the final one is parce que, and obviously you're all just going to be saying this. Forget about the last two. I forgot to rub them out. Forgot to get rid of them. You're obviously going to be saying this one. Parce que j'adore le français, because I love French. But what it says here, parce que j'apprends le français. And you could say, parce que j'apprends. Whoops, that is a mistake. It's not je j'apprends, it's just j'apprends. So ignore the J-E. parce que j'apprends le français. Because I'm learning French. So you could say parce que j'apprends le français et j'adore le français. J'adore étudier le français. So if you said parce que j'apprends le français et j'adore le français, that would mean because I'm learning French, parce que j'apprends, I learn, or I'm learning French, et j'adore le français, and I love French, and. Pourquoi es-tu triste? So the first picture is a bit of a tease for people who this is true of. Friday feeling weekend vibes, no, it's Monday. Alors, parce que c'est lundi. So, because it is Monday. So you're not feeling weekend vibes, I'm just putting that up as a bit of a taunt. Friday feeling weekend vibes where I am right now. I will soon not be feeling weekend vibes, but it will be the half-term holidays where I am. If you're an American watching this, half-term holidays will probably make no sense to you. But yeah, parce que c'est lundi, because it is Monday. And then the second one, parce que je suis fatigué, because I am tired. Parce que je suis fatigué. And then the final one, parce que j'ai soif, ou parce que j'ai faim. So parce que j'ai soif means because I am thirsty. Literally means I have thirst. That's why j'ai soif. Oui. Obviously, you know, you've had je suis and say again, but être is just so it's too cool to get mentioned nowadays. So, you know, it just lives with its fame. So, parce que j'ai soif ou parce que j'ai faim, because I'm thirsty or because I am hungry. Alors, merci et au revoir. So thank you for watching and goodbye. I will see you next time. I hope you've learnt a lot today, and you can rewatch the video as many times as you want. You can do your own learning using the content of the video. It's really flexible. Just, you know, go at your own pace, and I will hopefully see you for more German, mehr Deutsch, and more French, plus de français. So, see you next time, either for German, might be Spanish, might be French. See you next time. Au revoir.